G'day and welcome to Game 1 between Xtreme Gaming and Infamous Gaming in the TI11 Last Chance Qualifiers, Group B, group matches. We've just seen a bit of a surprise. Xtreme Gaming lost 2-0 to T1. So Copium intensifies for T1, but for Xtreme, it actually has pretty large impacts. Meaning that this series against Infamous is now very, very important match now for Infamous, because Infamous have a chance to basically chuck Xtreme into the lower bracket. So all the lollies are on the line here for Infamous and for Xtreme. This game coming in, I thought would have been a fairly self-explanatory, but not so much anymore. So initial bans: Marcy and Enigma, Lena and Visage. Taken out from Infamous. Extreme go with the Lion and the Doom, Undying and Templar Assassin. We're yet to see whether this is a core Undying or an offline or a support Undying. The classic 0 stun, limited slow, no tower push, pos 5 hero.
10 seconds remaining.
How that goes. But Lion and Doom, so lots of lockdown control from Xtreme off the bat. They are really prioritizing being able to chain lockdown someone. Now, Templar Assassin is okay against Lion in that you've got the refraction charges, and if refraction's up, you can't just blink, stun, hex, finger. You do need ways to remove. Those refraction charges. Doom, though, particularly if you're getting AoE Doom later on, if you can stay on top of that Templar Assassin, that's going to be not very good for them. If the Templar is farmed and has their items, you may even be able to stand under a Doom and hit the Doom. If it gets to that point where TA is very farmed, she can just stand and hit. Second round bans: Beastmaster, Tusk, and Leshrac. Yeah, Leshrac's becoming more and more popular, at least in yesterday, and I imagine coming in today. Infamous take out the Morphling, Lone Druid, and the Huskar. Okay, some really unusual, not unusual bans, but Huskar and Visage. Not every game bans, but certainly maybe targeted towards Xtreme. So this sort of shows maybe Infamous have done their homework against what picks Xtreme might pull out in this series. Snapfire. I think I underestimated Snapfire yesterday when there wasn't clear setup for the Mortimer's Kisses. There was sort of like some incidental setup, and it still did quite well. So I think with the Lion, Finger, and Hex, you know, with the Doom, Blink, War Stomp, etc., thanks for the cheer. Welcome on into the stream. I have seen you there. Call me a boomer and such. So I think the Snapfire is still pretty good. Pretty rounded hero. Very nice with the cookie, with the Doom. Can close the gap for the Doom and get the Infernal Blade down, or just pop the Doom down as well. So Snapfire, I think, is a well-rounded support at the moment. Doesn't necessarily need the big setup, but you know, if you have a Chrono, then obviously that's going to help. Infamous grab the Disruptor. Good hero. We saw an Ags Disruptor earlier today that became very, very important in team fights. If you get that Static Storm with the Ags down on a core before the BKB comes out, then it's pretty much all over for that hero. Infamous, they grabbed Legion. I think they played Legion yesterday as well, so they favor this Legion. It is good lockdown. It is good stun. You can lock someone down in place. You can throw a Static Storm on top of it as well. It's good for the Undying with the Tombstone. Gives chance for the zombies to start building up. There is some synergy with the draft so far. I think they need the Legion, because
Infamous turn to battle.
they need the Legion because they're lacking lockdown. Like, Undying gives no lockdown. TA gives no lockdown. Disruptor is a glimpse and a field. So they need some way to stun in this lineup from Infamous, and they go for the Legion Commander. It's one of the best stuns there is in the game. Not so much if you're dueling the Ursa, though. That can backfire very quickly. So Ursa picked and can burst through the refraction charges with the Fury swipes. I mean, with the high attack speed and the swipes. The Doom Scorched Earth is pretty decent against the refraction charges as well. I think Xtreme Gaming's draft at the moment is looking a lot more well-rounded. Infamous, I say it once, I'll say it 100 times. Did they counter Undying Core enough? Probably not. But I don't think it's an Undying Core. Because that would mean it's a mid TA, and I think TA is safe lane.
Xtreme Gaming's turn to ban.
I think it's still a mid pick coming from Infamous here for the last pick. They ban out Xtreme's banning mids. Ember, Infamous taking out Necro and Shadowfang. Yeah, both teams are looking for a mid as his last pick. So I don't think it's a core Undying. I really doubt it's a core Undying at this point in the draft.
5 seconds remaining.
So Puck is still available. Puck would be good for Infamous. Puck could salvage the Infamous draft. I think that's really good. It gives them the lockdown they need. It helps the Tombstone have value again. It can synergize well with the Static Storm. Locks a couple of heroes into an area. TA might be able to get some Psy Blades.
Xtreme Gaming's turn to
Skywrath Mage.
Okay, Skywrath Mage. Let's just see how they run this. I assume that's a mid Skywrath Mage. It could be still a core Undying.
seconds remaining.
It's good against the Ursa. So Skywrath Mage is good against core Ursa. You just get the Ancient Seal before it's the BKB, and you just go around killing Ursa and over again. Just so much burst. It just is very timing based. It's good with Legion Commander as well. It could be the support Skywrath core Undying. It's like a mid Undying, mid Legion Commander, offlane Undying, core TA. I'm unsure about what this Infamous draft is at the moment. I still think that Puck was probably the best pick for them, unless this Undying's core, unless they've got another plan here. If they were picking a mid last, then I think Puck was the go. But I think it's a mid Sky. Xtreme, well, Puck is still available. It's not good against Skywrath Mage though. Death Prophet. Okay. So it's Paparazzi mid Death Prophet. Lose on the Ursa. PIW the 4 Lion. Old 11 the offlane Doom. Snapfire will be the 5 for DY. So for Infamous, Parker is on the 1 TA. Leo Styles got the mid Legion Commander. Frank's got the 3 offlane Undying. And then we got a 4 Skywrath Mage and a 5 Disruptor. Affliction playing the 5 Disruptor. So it's a mid Legion Commander. Mid Legion Commander, offlane Undying. Okay. Okay. I think that's okay. Something mid against Death Prophet. Legion should do fine in lane. So they really want this Legion to ball out of control. They want to get Legion to the point that he can duel an Ursa and win. Giving lots of priority. And Skywrath Mage Legion is an excellent combo. It's one of the best. Duel into Mystic Flare. I assume we're going to see some Mystic Flare bugs that haven't been fixed in the last 5 years. You can't see the Mystic Flare when it's popped on the ground, but yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, let's quickly do these. Longest kill streak.
Prepare for battle.
This game is in the air.
What weathermancery is this? I'm ecstatic!
Right. So both teams moving out to the mid lane, getting their vision down. We have an orbs placed under the cover of a sentry. So that won't be scouted out for the time being. Xtreme Gaming chucked this this wood up here. It's becoming a more and more popular wood spot. This little high ground, you know, instead of over here, which is more likely to be dewooded. Does give you slightly less vision, but of course, I'm always in favor of a wood that gives slightly less vision and doesn't get dewooded. Infamous are making a move sort of through jungle. They have concussive shot, I guess, level 1 if they want it. Pretty hard to get a kill, particularly if, yeah, Lu sees them and we'll just start running back the other direction. In their response to that, Xtreme Gaming will head up into the opposing jungle and try and get essentially a rune here. They will do it. Okay. So 2 and 2, and we'll head to our lane. So Paparazzi for Xtreme is in the mid lane. He'll be laning against Leo Styles, Legion Commander. In the top lane, there's some range creep harassment occurring. Old 11 on the Doom and PIW on the line will be in the top lane against Parker and Affliction on Disruptor in the bottom lane. Lou's playing the 1 Ursa, who'll be supported by DY on the Snapfire, and they're laning against Frank on the Core Undying and Michael in Skyrath Mage. Now, something to mention in this bottom lane. The little Shredder can destroy the level 1 Tombstone very, very easily. So, just something to keep in mind that is a pretty heavy counter to this Undying. And we'll be interested to see if he even levels the tomb in this bottom lane. Because it just gets killed so easily with that little Shredder. And that's why at the moment Snapfire is just so he's got a skill point now, but I imagine level 2 will be little Shredder just to make sure that that tomb doesn't catch him out. PYW, so sending some harass back the other way, but otherwise fairly even. Mid lane, Leo Style 6 and 1 as opposed to 6 and 1 Paparazzi. And I was really impressed with Leo Style in the Infamous games yesterday. Even in the games that they lost, Leo Style played really, really well. So if they think that he can pull off this mid LC, then I believe he can. I think he'll do it justice. Well, actually, looking for a glimpse. They're going to pull him back next to Parker. The Scorched Earth is running, but all the creeps there as well means that's just a lot of incidental damage. You don't want to fight underneath all those creeps. Paparazzi is staying reasonably low mid lane. Has got the bottle charges. Leo Style with the overwhelming odds. No bottle yet. I think it's coming out. Just trying to fight. But Paparazzi with the Spirit Siphon is not the sort of thing you really want to fight against. Wonder, is that a bottle coming? Oh, it's not a bottle. Okay. So no bottle on the way for Leo Style in this mid lane. So I have to see how much of an impact that has in terms of his sustain. Frank did take the Tombstone level 2. So it is a lot of value to pass up on. But still, holding that skill point on the Snapfire, DY wants to get that little Shredder just to kill the tomb. Still no first blood. 2 minutes 43 in, which means I'm about to miss the first blood in the next 15 seconds. Normally when I make that sort of comment. $15 and 2 to 14 and 2. As a melee core, he's doing quite well on the Legion. No levels yet in the Moment of Courage, so can't really trade up well against the LC. some more harass coming out from Affliction onto the Doom. Just make him a little bit more scared coming up. Actually, do we have a... No. Hey, we're good. Just lost a couple of frames there for a moment. But otherwise, we're in the clear. Mid lane. This style is getting low. I mean, a Crypt Swarm, a couple of right clicks could get the job done. Top lane, Parker will pop the Refraction, but get it immediately removed by the Scorched Earth. You see how quickly it gets taken off by that Scorched Earth. So, just can't really rely on any damage mitigation coming out from that. And the Mana Burn is online. Oh, the Fury swipes, they're building up on Frank. With one more click and he gets it. Fairy Fire, it's not enough. First blood goes to Lou on the Ursa. And Michael couldn't do enough to save him. We're getting a little bit of lag here. Hopefully it does work its way out. Thankfully we didn't miss that first blood there with the lag, so we're all good. No bottle still, so he's committing to no bottle on this Legion Commander. Here's one of the essential parts of playing the mid is controlling those runes and getting value out of them. So, actually they're committing on Parker top. The stun comes out with the Scorched Earth. The Mana Burn has been used. Do they have enough damage? The Hex as well? I think they will. And Affliction as well needs to be careful with that Scorched Earth on the deck. Paparazzi, he's committing in. Leostyle does have the moment of courage. Trying to get a procs. Level 2 Crypt Swarm. Ooh, Paparazzi just underneath the tower. Remember, this is a now 38-second restore time. Does pop the wand. Oh, and the deny as well, Leostyle. Loving it. Actually, concussive shot coming across from Michael. Does just scare Paparazzi back a little bit. No, it's not the stream. Stream's fine. Top lane, PYW getting chased down. Last right click won't get the job. Stun actually turns around on Parker. Bottom lane, Frank, he's actually being caught again. Drops the tombstone. There's the little shredder. One more hit. There it is. 150 gold. The little shredder just completely destroys the tombstone. And this offlane Undying is feeling pretty sad against an Ursa and a Snapfire. They've completely countered it. They're going in again on Parker. The stun connects from PYW before he gets sent back. One will be enough to save him. Mid lane, trying to get some sort of kill set up onto Paparazzi. The duel is available. Michael, obviously not level 6 yet himself. No Mystic Flare. Okay. It's an interesting matchup here because the Legion Commander just doesn't really care for the Spirit Siphon. It's like, okay, you want to Spirit Siphon me? I'll just stand here and hit. And yeah, it doesn't really have that much of an effect. For the heroes that are in this game, it's been a reasonably slow start. Don't miss this last hit. It's the double. Oh, the double gold. Don't miss top and mid lane. Exo committed middle. Their style will try and just defend with the overwhelming odds. Kill the creeps. DY has arrived, but so is Michael off to the side. A lot of damage coming from the Arcane Bolt and the Concussive Shot. No level yet in the silence, but he is holding a point in case he wants to grab it. Stun. Spike. Leostyle still doesn't care that much. Second Concussive Shot with the Arcane Bolt. Affliction throws over a Thunderstrike as well. And with the long-range harass that's coming out from Infamous, they're sort of defending this tower. Exorcism's being committed, but they've got so much long range. They can just sort of force them back between the Thunderclaps or the Thunderstrikes. Dying Buyer's bottom lane. Did you feed the tombstone? No. Okay. Bryce didn't pop down the tombstone if he was in a situation. With Snapfire showing mid. Stun, Spike, Paparazzi does have the Spirit Siphon. DY with the Scatter Blast. Glimpse does send him back and probably saves him from taking a bit of damage from the tower. going to try and hit here. Leo style, not being concerned. It's the last Spirit Siphon charge for 8 seconds. It's just taunting as he runs away. Yeah, it's vodka. There's no I haven't got any notifications on my stream that it's dropping any frames or anything. So it's not the stream. Concussive Shot comes out. Loot now does have the Enrage, level 1. Ready to use if need be. I think there's still potential for this core Undying. Certainly hasn't had a great lane. Yeah. I mean, Legion has done well in the mid lane against the Death Prophet, has sustained in it, but hasn't really got a lot out of it. As you can see here, he's bottom of the net worth in the cores. Hasn't invested in a bottle though, so he's got more stats. Bottom lane, Tombstone is down. Can they defend it? There's a duel. They want to use it. There it is. Tombstone does die though. Oh, he doesn't get the duel win. He's going to be pretty upset about that one. Gets a kill though. But it's for the trading of your core Undying, and Lou's just down here fine. He's got the Orb of Corrosion. He's not really that affected. Mid lane, even without the Exo, they should be able to finish the damage on this tower now that Legion Commander has vacated the area. And Affliction is, be careful, Glimpse. We'll send Paparazzi hacking. Top lane, Old 11 hasn't yet got a point in the Doom, but he got the mana burn creep, which means he auto wins lane. This is still too strong. Please, 1.75 mana regen in an aura plus the mana burn, 50 mana to use that. I mean, that's just on a 10-second cooldown, is it? He's got rid of it now because lane's over, but man, that creep is too strong. It's too strong in the lane. I think there's potentially coming at some point a change to Doom where you lose your creep when you die. I think that should be the change. You lose your creep when you die.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top tower is getting pushed down. They've even got an Exo if they wish to use it. I don't think they will. Just the DD will be enough. With the catapult, yeah. So they're getting 2 towers here, mid and top, without even the use of Exorcism, which means they could potentially TP bottom, defend this, and push a 3rd tier 1 with that Exo. That would probably be the play from Xtreme Gaming here, who are looking very good around the map. Ursa chasing through onto the Skywrath Mage. Skywrath Mage has high movement speed, but low armor. So something just to be aware of. They will die very quickly. If Ursa ever gets to hit the Skywrath Mage, probably 5 or 6 times, that Skywrath Mage is just dead. Go style. Still no dual wins as a mid, level 8. It's feeling bad. They're coming down. They want to defend. There's the cookie. Exo will be used, and yeah, that's a dead Legion Commander. And the rest of Infamous just have to run. And defend bottom and come and claim a tier 1 tower bottom as well. There's the Mortimer's Kisses. It's a dead Skywrath Mage. And Xtreme are just outmaneuvering Infamous around the map at the moment. Just getting value everywhere. Doom is farming. Top net worth. The only thing that we haven't really considered is Parker on the TA. So 3rd net worth is pretty much even, or yet even with the Death Prophet. Is farming well. But will one farmed TA be enough to turn this game around? That's the question. Yeah, BKB soon as well for Ursa. He realizes that the Ancient Seal is really what can kill the Ursa here. If he doesn't have an ability to get off his ultimate, then he can die really, really quickly. And Frank, as time goes on, is just slipping more and more into non-relevance territory. As this core Undying, you have to keep up with the farm, and you really want to hit that level 10 quite quickly to get the 60 decay damage so you can scale well. But you know, he hasn't hit the level 10 really, really quickly, and it's gonna hurt him. Bottom of the net worth now. Actually, he's above the Legion Commander, remarkably enough. I don't actually know how that's possible. Leo style just hasn't got really any farm. Needs to find some space on the map to at least get that Blink Dagger together.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Frank uses the Tumbler's Toy to come forward. They know he's there with the Blink from the Doom. Doom's actually going to be committed. They're not mucking around here. He is a core after all. He's a poor core, but he's a core nonetheless. And with the 4 heroes of Xtreme Gaming in the bottom lane, they easily take it. Smoke coming up. They do have Static Storm and Mystic Flare, so 2 really big ultis. There's a counter smoke from Xtreme. They sense it happening. The Blink Hoof Stomp is going to be the killer here. Michael, yeah, and they're just on top of him. They get down the Static Storm, but it's all for nothing. Mortimer's Kisses on top of Parker. Burning through the Refraction, the heal. And Dispel comes out from the Legion. He has to turn around with the Duel. The Finger grabs the TA. Does actually get the Duel win on the Legion Runner. Frank has arrived with the Tombstone. But you see the little Shredder just immediately took it down. And now this Undying, he's silenced. He needs to turn around with the Decay. The Hex comes out and he will die. So that's a 4 for 1. For Xtreme Gaming, and the Exorcism is now ready to be used, and see you later, tower. So the only positive out of that is they get a dual win on Leo style, but the Finger coming through.
Dire's bottom tower
Think-
has fallen.
I think Parker thought he could turn around there and assist a little bit in the damage, and with those refraction charges down, not much to be done. Doom is going to scale so quickly. Level 4 Devour. Midas is online. Boots of Travel, Blink. He's gone for the greediest. This is the greediest build. Boots of Travel, Midas. And he's got away with it. So this Doom is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. DY looking for a mech. Wants to just to sustain themselves a little bit more, particularly against a duel. You know, if someone's getting dueled next to you, that mech can just be the difference between them surviving that duel just a little bit and maybe being able to get a spell off, get a BKB off, turn the fight around or not. So it's a nice little tech pickup for particularly the duel. He's already carrying the Tombstone. I mean, Ursa and Snapfire already counter Tombstone. They're moving top. URW set up, no Finger for 50. Lear style has duel. There is a Mystic Flare if they could make something happen. Ursa might just show on the lane. This is the combo that they need to get working if Infamous have any chance to come back in this game. They need to get some duel wins. They need to get some kills from duel and Mystic Flare. It is a lot of damage. I don't think anyone would survive unless the Ursa got off the Enrage. Even the Doom at this point would die to a duel Mystic Flare. It is a lot of damage. Level 1 is 800. I mean, throw an Ancient Seal on top of that just to amp it up a little bit more. Affliction, bottom lane, is going to run into Old 11. And the Doom might just come out. Yeah, Old 11 realizes if he doesn't Doom, he's dead there. So keep your lol Dooms to yourselves, because if he doesn't actually Doom, he's dead. So that was the right play to make there. Smoke coming out, going down from the high ground. There's the Blink. Hex, Static Storm won't actually catch on anyone. It will keep them from coming in, but won't actually get the kills. URW, surely they get this line. Tombstone's being committed. They will get the kill, and it looks like DY will fall in the process. Can they find some more? Duel is online with the Blink. They can't catch anyone. Duel and Mystic Flare still available. I think maybe they need to just leverage this Duel and Mystic Flare a little bit more. It's very strong. Paparazzi going for Casual Sand coming out. Casual Sand into Plate Mail. Casual Plate Mail, maybe the Lotus or the Shivas. More likely the Shivas in that mid Death Prophet role. And Old 11, BKB is not far away. In fact, it's so close. 500 gold away for BKB. It means nothing for him. Disruptor dies bottom lane to an Ursa. That's actually more important. I'm missing that one. Oh, Exorcism's pop middle. That was a blink in. Sorry, my mistakes on that one. You can spam the T2s then. That was a bad one on my call. And into the Roche pit they go. And first Roshan, so no shard just yet. Yeah, trying to contest. They're coming across. They have a blink. Oh no. There it is. Do they have the Mystic Flare? He needs to use it. It's just a little bit too slow. The stun came up, the control from PYW. And Aegis is claimed, and they're going to get a couple of kills just for good measure. I mean, did they have vision on that? I think he just was quick on the fingers. Old 11, not so old anymore. That was quick 11 fingers right there. Dodged the concussive shot and got in and got on top of the Scarith Mage. PYW could follow up with the blink, stun, and hex, and they just didn't even get the kill. Duel's being used, didn't get the kill, and Aegis is now on the Ursa. Aegis BKB. There's no mucking around here. He understands there's no room for Battle Fury. There's no room for Diffusal right now. He just needs the BKB to be able to deal the damage. And he's got enough damage. If he gets on top of the Undying, the Disruptor, the Scarith Mage, even the Legion Commander, he'll have enough damage. He just needs to not get blown up by a Mystic Flare or a Static Storm. Undying has a Heaven's Halberd. Got the plus 60 decay damage now. We're waiting this hill here to see if anyone shows their face. Old 11 is just speed farming. Parker though, with all of this, is this a techies game? We got so many fights kicking off over the side. They didn't quite get the kill. There's a Static Storm and a Duel, so the line is down. Blue is getting glimpsed back. BKB will be used. That's a lot of spells to kill a lion. So that was Static Storm, Tombstone, Duel, plus Mystic Flare. They got the lion. It's a start. It's a start for Infamous. 10k lead to Xtreme Gaming. If they got the Aegis on Ursa, that would have been worth, I think. But Aegis is still standing firm on Ursa with 2 minutes 40 seconds to go. He'll go and heal up, and we'll probably have one more shot at a play with that Aegis still online. Or they're picking it out. Old 11, he knows. He's got a blink. He's got the War Stomp. He'll use it. There's the Stomp as well. Does have a Doom if he wants it, but I don't think he needs to. It's just dead. Look at how quickly this Undying dies with the level 4 in the Infernal Blade. 20 Scorched Earth damage in addition to the normal. They want to get Thursa. There it is. Mystic Flare. It's a little too late. They need the silence. And it's... Oh no! The silence hit on the creep. The Ancient Seal hit the creep. Oh, and the tip comes out. The tip comes out. Lou knows it. The Ancient Seal on the creep meant the Enrage could come up immediately after the duel ended. And the amp, I mean, it would have been enough magic amp to the Mystic Flare to do the damage. Really. Like, what is it? Maxed out level 4. Yeah, so 35% increased magic damage. He would have died in the duel. He would have died in the duel. Duel win, they get away. Instead, they lose the Legion Commander, and Aegis is still online.
Dire structures are fortified.
Frank working towards the Lotus Orb, wants a little bit more armor, but also the ability to maybe turn around a stun on the line or a hex. Now, there's plenty of targeted spells this game. Doom, hex, stun, Spirit Siphon. Plenty of value for that Lotus Orb. Oh, we got a little bit of lag again.
Is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
40 seconds on the Aegis. Infamous have managed not to lose too much in this time. I mean, in terms of gold, they're slipping further and further behind. They're now 12k behind. You can see XG are just drifting further and further ahead. And this is where the draft that Infamous were the ones who wanted to be ahead in. They have this core Undying. They have the setup for the Legion Commander with the Skyreth Mage. They want to be leading at this point in the game to have any chance, but being behind, they're going to need a God tier tombstone that does not get hit. They're going to need Heaven's Halberd on top of the Ursa at just the right moment. They're going to need a Reflected Doom. They're going to need a Static Storm on multiple heroes. They're going to need an easy pickoff with the Mystic Flare and Jewel. They need everything to go their way, Infamous, and even then it might not be enough. Roche potentially respawning in 2 minutes and 39. Still a fair way until that is a possibility. Teams might start setting up a little bit of vision around the pit. I mean, this is just, this area is ours. We don't want to lose it. Can you imagine if they just come in, take that area, put down a sentry? Parker has the Psionic Trap upgrade. So Trap Vision and Silence affecting the enemies. But the BKBs are now out on at least 2 of the 3 cores. Death Prophet Paparazzi being a little greedy with the BKB timing that he's going to go for. 5-man smoke. This feels... There's no Aegis. It's before Roche could possibly spawn. Feels like this is the one that they are trying hard to make something happen. But XG, they know. They're all just sitting behind in the trees. Gonna bait an illusion. Oh no. You're going to bait the illusion. This is going to get jeweled. Oh no. Oh no. Everything's been popped on it. The turnaround's going to come. It's a doom on the TA. The Mortimer's kisses are out. And it's a disaster. They get absolutely nothing. Baited perfectly. And Affliction, he's in the mines. There's another trap. There it is. Slowing him down. This is a pretty safe area to run back to if you need to retreat somewhere. Actually, PYW might die. Oh, he's going to run to the left. Where's he going to go? Ooh, oh, it just misses. Okay, run back that way now. What an excellent bait there from Xtreme. Microing the hero, microing the illusion so it looked like the hero, and you could just see it coming. Infamous took the bait wholeheartedly. Lincoln's now on the Ursa, so very hard to duel this Lincoln's. There is no Aegis. You're gonna go in, get onto, hold the stun. Dies anyway, even without the duel. They can't catch anyone else. And they needed to find more. They needed to find the Ursa just then. 38 dual damage on Leo style. He just hasn't got out of control this game. Wanted to be maybe around that 100 damage point at the moment. Probably thought he would be with the Skyreth Mage and the Static Storm. DY close to that mech, so we'll almost have that up and running. Blue working now on the Basher. Actually got Basher queued up twice. He really wants a Basher. Basher and Abyssal, that is. Paparazzi going for the Aeon Disc. Not even going for the BKB at this point. Just wants the Aeon Disc. Wants to be able to survive a large amount of burst. Maybe a duel potentially. A duel into Mystic Flare so he can bait that mid line. Bait the front like he did with his illusion, but just do it with the real hero next time, and effectively the same thing will happen. And the Aeon Disc will proc, and no damage will go through. He'll survive the duel, and they'll turn the fight around. Old 11 moving forward with the Octarine core now. He's absolutely huge, 18k net worth. Midas is online. Yo style. Did they see the Midas being used? I think they did. They saw the Midas being used there, and are just hooking it. Well, they want to fight around this ward. Tombstone up on the hill. It's a good tombstone. If they could try and get something done out of it, some blade mail plus the ulti, is it enough to kill the Ursa? It is! Leo Style gets the job done. Exorcism comes out now, down the river, chasing through. Over onto Leo Style, is running off to the side. Meanwhile, Frank and Parker have managed to clean up the backlines. Old 11 will TP away, and Leo Style goes down to the Exo. Zombies still chasing through. Gem of True Sight dropped on the ground. And, I mean, that was an excellent play there from Infamous. They got the duel onto Ursa, even with the Lincolns. Made sure it got popped first. Roche is up. Ursa in 30. Doesn't really want to have to buy back for this. Exorcism has expired. Holding on to the disassembled. Well, they're hesitant. They're hesitating, Infamous. They're hesitating. Yeah, and they hesitated a little too long. Because now reinforcements have come and they need to wait for their duel to be back available. Tombstone is in 10. You could fight around this high ground again. It might just give them a chance to take a decent fight. This vision must be protected at all costs. Look at all the traps. There are so many traps in this area. I don't care about anywhere else on the map at the moment. There's actually a DD in the bottom river. 11. Let's dodge the concussive shot. Parker is getting there. Has the enchanted quiver. Desolator, Dragonlance, BKB. And in the pit. Blue's in there. Wants to get this Roche. It's an important one. It's got the shard. This is the timing the Ursa loves to have. Get the shard. That enrage. 0.5 second enrage. Back in the pit. Sort of a fight happening off to the side. Ursa probably happy with this. There's the duel coming out. And it's actually used up into there, but I think they're still going to get the damage. Tombstone is in a good location, up on the hill. Zombies are chasing him down. And Blue has to run off past the Roshan pit. In fact, he could have just probably finished Roshan in that time if he just committed. Now Blue's in. Got the BKB. Ogre Seal flop to get away. Mortimer's Kisses will be committed. BKB is running out. That is a pop on the Lincolns, but the Disruptor will go down. Now, Mortimer's Kisses have been used. Duel will be available in 15. Roshan, 2/3 HP. Blue's thinking about going back in. He doesn't have BKB. Finger is up along with Exorcism. Frank Lotus could turn a Doom around. He got it at the right time. Sees it being wound up. A reverse Doom would make all the difference. Now, we did see a Yules delay that duel last time. Didn't save the Doom, but certainly delayed it. Now Parker's into the pit. Here we go again. Tombstone is ready. They're going to preemptively drop it down. Paparazzi just runs on in. Will get silenced. Still holding on to that disassembled Aeon Disc. Tombstone's been used. Xtreme, they know this. They just wait out the Tombstone. I think if you drop the Tombstone, I think you have to commit into the pit. But, yeah, they're going, oh, they're not in there. Tombstone's about to expire. It's done. Affliction, holding off to the side. Does have the Static Storm. Ooh, just seized. Checking to see if there's vision around. And this is just the standoff of the center right now. Paparazzi. Where is he? Is he in the pit? Oh, he's in there. Okay. Ursa jumping in on the Legion. He might need to use a buyback if they still want to contest this. The Roche is going to fall really quickly. He did buy back. Exorcism's committed as well. I think they're going to kill the Roche before Legion can get back in. He's TPing, trying to be quick. Michael delaying off to the side. There's the Yules again to dodge a little bit of damage. And blink in Doom. There's the immediate Doom over on the Legion. So he's brought back and he's Doomed straight up. Kinetic Field plus Static Storm is down the middle fight. PYW pops his own Aeon Disc, but with Frank dead, Aegis being claimed, and Infamous in a headlong retreat, they're trying to fight. Parker's popped the BKB. There's a dual win. Actually, triple buybacks coming out from Infamous now. They want to take this fight. It's all or nothing right now. Paparazzi's trying his hardest to get away. There's a fresh Tombstone being dropped onto the ground. The damage won't be enough. Now they kill him once. DY did commit to get the Tombstone down up on the high ground. They got the line. Gem is on the deck. He's silenced. He's trying to jump away over the edge. Oh, he's just going to TP. Is there the damage? There isn't. No stuns. Gem was picked up, I believe. Yep. Affliction's got the gem now. That cost them so many buybacks. Triple buybacks from Infamous, and they didn't even get the Ursa. Aegis was taken. Ursa got the shard, I would imagine. Yes, and that's a 16k, 15k net worth lead now to Xtreme Gaming. They're just going to naturally respawn. And the next... That was a Legion buyback as well, by the way. So all 4 bought back there. The only one who didn't buy back was the TA. You can see the net worth just plummet on the side of Infamous with the use of those 4 buybacks. I mean, the Lion... Lion's getting close to the same farm as this Legion Commander. Now let's see. The Aeon Disc was assembled on Death Prophet, so that's now down to 100, up to 125 second cooldown. Same with the Lion, that's 125 second as well. Not too bad, really. It's only when it gets up to the 165 second mark that it really is a long time between activations. Was it last TI? I think that we saw the rise of the Aeon Disc, and that's when it got banned. Previous TI maybe. When we saw the rise of the Aeon Disc and it got nerfed so much. Might have been last TI. Didn't get banned. It got nerfed. Everyone was buying Aeon Disc, and then they made it have cooldowns and made it a lot worse than what it was. But here we are again at TI, and the Aeon Discs, they're being picked up. It's a good item. Means you cannot be bursted.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's
Do we see a nullifier on Parker? No, and he's not going for one either. So it's a Daedalus. He's going all in on the damage. He wants to blow someone up really, really quickly. Yeah, style level 18 at least with Jules. Got 123 dual damage. He's slowly got more and more. He's actually starting to hit reasonably hard now in the duels. With the Blade Mail, I think he could maybe even kill the Ursa. As long as the Blade Mail gets put off. This Ogre Seal flop, every time I see it, it's so memey. Doesn't feel like Dota at all. So tier 2 will be taken. Against the flow of the game as well. 17k, 18k net worth down. I mean, at the moment, I think Xtreme are just splitting to get their next tier of items and are happy to let a tier 2 fall at this point in the game. They know that if they want to take a fight, they can. It's not like they're not defending this tower because they can't. They're not defending this tower because it's just not in their best interest to at the moment. They have the lead. They're just looking for their next round of items, and then they're going to go back in again. Chiva's Guard almost ready. Oh, he's thinking about it. Leo style, how much of a chat are you? Thought maybe he was going to go for it then. I thought maybe he was. They're setting up on this top side. Skyrath Mage is here as well. He's come to the next wave of creeps. Old 11's here though as well. And the Doom might just come out. Jewel, yep, with Parker hitting. They have the damage, I think. Mech, will it save him? It will! Still get the kill, but the mech gets the save, and now Leo style will get fingered and sent backing. Remember, no buybacks. So that mech, I talked about it, might have been enough to save someone from a duel, and we saw it right then and there. Mech from DY has been working on it all game, and eventually he's like, yeah. See guys, I told you mech was the item. It saved. Didn't get the duel victory. Pretty big though, level 3 duel, it's another 38 damage. It's impactful. Now you think another 38 damage, the next time he does that, he would get the kill, even with the mech, you know? It does really start to add up. That was a good play from Infamous. It was good execution. I think XG though got wind of it just a little too early, and yeah, yeah, this DD though. Immediately popping. You need to stop the blink. Oh, yeah. Blue in this bottom lane. Yeah, it isn't really that scared. Particularly with PYW around, they can probably even turn it on Parker if he shows. Let's just use the DD to clear the wave. PYW is on the hunt. He'll be trying to find a blink hex here. There is a Lincoln, so he's got to be careful. Think about which one he's going to use. And self-casting the Lincolns. Was that his self-cast or someone else's? That's Frank's cast on him, yeah. So, double Lincolns. The more Lincolns, the better. Lincolns are stronger in pairs. Because if you start counting Lincolns, you go, okay, what do we got? If it's blocking a Hex, that's good. If it's blocking a Doom, that's good. If it's blocking a Spirit Siphon, not so good. But, you know, Blink, Hex, Finger. So it's just disrupting that chain lockdown they're going to have. And really, if it's blocking any of those abilities, that's value. Blocking a Hex or a Blink Stun, that's good. Might give you enough time just to get the BKB off. Frank has level 20. He went for the Decay cooldown, not the Tombstone on Death. I'm not sure about this one. I think there's a good chance this game he is dying. He doesn't have the Aghanim Scepter. It's not uber value to get the Decay cooldown. Went for the 22 zombie damage as well. I think maybe the Tombstone on Death was the correct call here. And just try and get a little more tombstones down on the deck.
Almighty money.
Parker, level 25. Takes 7 refraction instances, so he's going to be very hard to bring down. Didn't take the Melt Hit Bash. Maybe he might against the Ursa just to provide that surprise amount of burst. Surprise a little bit of control. Reeves completed now on DY. He's got the telescope, so lots of cast range and attack range for him and his allies around him. Well, they're pinging it out. I think they know. They know Leo Style and Michael are looking for, and they're closing in on all sides. Look at this. They see the spells. And they've caught him in the trees, yeah. I mean, I think if you're making this play, you don't show with the overwhelming odds on the lane. They sort of suspected that they were around, but they show with the overwhelming odds on the lane, and that just confirms to XG exactly where they are. I think if you're sneaking down this far on the other side of the map, you got to play it sneaky. You want to get a kill and get out. You know, blink in, duel, Mystic Flare. And then TP out, like, in a hurry. Not show that you're there. And now, coming down mid lane, Exorcism is online with a haste rune, no less. Frank got the minus 2-second cooldown. He will be able to spam out those decays. I don't know whether it will be enough. We'll have to wait and see. Glyph is used. Remember, there is double Glyph available. It's the first tier 3. Blue, in the middle of the fight, wants to hit this tower down, but the Exo, the Ghosts are doing the work. Silenced. Be careful on Frank. He dies quite quickly. And just the one tower for now. Roshan will be spawning in a minute 41. It's a long spawn. Templar Assassin is still top net worth. Let's not forget this. His team is 23k net worth down. The Templar Assassin is top net worth. There's the Blink Hex onto Frank. Is saved. Tombstone dropped on the deck. He's going to need a little more assistance. The Tombstone will be brought down. It won't be healed enough, but the duel. Maybe they'll have enough. Mystic Flare. The Greaves is dead. Ursa's out for 100 seconds, and now the retreat's on. 3-man Sonic Trap on the back line. Old 11 comes in with the BKB, big War Stomp. Doom over onto TA. Might just turn around and try and fight. Frank's still in the middle. Buyback from the Ursa. He's back into the fight. TP in. And with the reverse Doom, it wasn't quite enough. Long range spells are being thrown out. DY's trying to TP away. He will. Lear Style back in the middle with the Blade Mail being used. Paparazzi. I don't think there's any way out of it for him. He's just going to buy as much time as he can to get his buyback Ursa away. And Roche, infamous Gaben, is not smiling on you just yet. It's not up. It's not up. Frank, he was able to live the initiation. It was the press the attack that really did the job for him. Xtreme may have been in trouble here. Ursa has no buyback now. This is dangerous. There's the Lotus, has been used. Buyback now from the Death Prophet. Tombstone is on the deck. Lou, he's on top of Frank. Frank needs help. He will die. And I guess it's a buyback for a Death of Your Undying. It's a trade you'll take. In fact, Undying's buying back. The fight's still happening. That was a... They see Roche. They see Roche up and they're smoked immediately there. So they want to get over the Roche pit. They're going to have to wonder, why is it that Undying immediately bought back in that situation? There'd be no reason to. They would know that the Roche is up. Timeless Relic. Let's go out. They can run into each other. Frank, he's brought back. Lincoln's has been used to protect him. Got a Trickster Cloak, but Old 11, he's coming right around the back. He's actually found Parker, but he's got away, and the duel will catch out on the Doom. Doom's F9 immediately buy back. Exorcism in the backline. Spirit Siphon trying to zone them back out. Parker, he's got damage if he can get on top of Paparazzi, but he's been hexed. Saved. Doom and fingered. He buys back immediately into the fight in the backline. Frank is getting the damage over onto the Snapfire. Buyback straight back in as well. Lou onto Frank, but he's got a Ghost Scepter. Try and protect himself a little bit longer. Hexed up. The Decays are going to have to come out if he needs to be saved here. The damage is coming through. The Fury stacks are adding up, and the cookie jump will stun Michael. He's trying to get back to the base. I don't think he will with the full stuff. The Hex, they're running up the high ground. They're not going to stop. The stun will miss targeted, but the Crypt Swarm will not. Buyback is available on Skyreth Mage if he wants to use it. But there's no way they can contest Roche now. And this is probably Rax and Roche. Paparazzi's Curie is being killed. Leostyle did a little bit of investigative work off on the side. And is he going to cut the wave? He's not going to cut the wave? Thought he would. He's not cutting the wave, so... And it's 2 racks. It's 2 racks, maybe 3. Frank is out for 68 seconds, and I have to say, Tombstone on death might be looking like a better option at this point than that -2 second decay. He did cut the wave on the next one, but it's too late. Creeps are still in the base, and this could just be Megas. I don't think Skyreth Mage wants to buy back now at this point. And Frank is still down. 44. No Aegis. There is a Lincoln's. They have to get through. Plenty of defensive items. Reeves to keep people alive. Grimmer as well. There it is, but he got the ult off first. It's not going to be enough damage. There's a static field on top. He's just going to run away. There's the Mystic Flare. They do get him. 125 seconds. Ursa's dead. No buyback. And now Parker is charging forward with the BKB. If he can get on top of Paparazzi. These are dead. These are diebacks. These are diebacks. They need to chase more if they could get there. Oh, he makes it out. Not enough damage. No meld hit back. No meld hit. And this is DD outside the Roche pit. Gaben is smiling now on Infamous. He didn't actually grab the DD. It's going to be there for afterwards, it appears. Yeah, don't need it for the Roche. Just save it for after. Leostyle now 160 damage from the duel. So what are we going to have? Aegis onto Parker. It's an Ag's Blessing on the Skyreth Mage, so doubling up on the spells. It'll be pretty effective if he gets to live. And we got Cheese on Leostyle, and they know Ursa's dead for 68. Snapfire as well for 44. There are no buybacks. In fact, the only buyback available in the game at the moment is the Lion. PYW has it. Everyone else is lacking. And here's the DD. Parker walks up to the high ground. There's backdoor, but I don't think he cares at the moment. He's still managing to get the damage through a little bit. Just have to wait for the creeps. Up he goes. Legion Commander's here as well, level 22. Affliction has the Aghanim Scepter. And there's the 3-man smoke. Whose turn is it to throw this on? Tombstone, they're going for base. They know 30 seconds with no Ursa. Secondary glyph has come out. Tombstone is planted on the deck. They need to protect this Tombstone. Parker's trying to do his best to, but they're slowly hitting it. Heal comes up. It's going to live a little longer. Paparazzi's still trying to hit Mortimer's Kisses to slow him down. And onto the base they go. Look at Parker. He's hitting it so quickly. Self-stunned himself. Buyback from the line. DY's the only one's got it. Exorcism moving out. Ursa respawning in 3 seconds. They get a tier 4. They don't get the racks. It will cost a buyback on PYW. I just wonder if they want to turn around here. Now, Frank is TPing. Yeah, the base is under threat. The Megas one more hit. It will regen up. It will regen up. And the smoke comes out immediately again. This is their moment. Infamous. Can they take down the giant that is Xtreme Gaming? The team that's looked so good throughout regional qualifiers. The team that a lot of people thought were probably favorites for this last chance qualifier. Myself included. They're running straight into the base. Affliction, he plants a ward and a sentry. He's in there. He wants to get this ag static storm. Glimpse sends him back. And onto the base they go. Tier 4s. They're not mucking around. Tombstone is dropped on the middle of the fight. PKB to try and get rid of it. The static storm wasn't enough. There's the Aegis. Has been used. Leo style. Holding onto the jewel as well. There's the second life for Parker. He's used the BKB. But Lou, he's in the middle of it. So's Old 11. Oh no, is it the throws and counter throws? The TA's dead. They're trying to focus the throne. It's not going to go down. It's not enough. Oh, and GG is called. The game goes to Xtreme Gaming. It was their moment. They just didn't grab it. Infamous. Game 1. Xtreme.